Hi everyone. The target of the presentation is to explain about Jira tool, how to create project in a Jira tool, how to create teams, uh, how to create epic stories, issues and tasks. Like we are going to explain both boards like Scrum board and Kanban board. By using the Scrum board, how can you use backlogs? How can you create sprint? How can you set the targets? How can you close the sprint? At the same time, how can you create Kanban board? How can you take backlogs? How can you start a Kanban board? These things we are going to discuss in this presentation. Uh, let's start the session. Here we can see the Jira tool. In that tool, I'm just creating the project. Okay. Once we create the project, under the project we can create teams. Uh, we can create epics. We can create stories. We can create issues. We can create tasks. Once you create backlogs, spot backlog, we get the backlogs and we'll prepare sprint backlogs. Based on the sprint backlogs, we'll start the sprint. Okay, we start the sprint. We'll set the target dates, start date and end date for that particular sprint. Okay. Here I'm creating the board like a Scrum board or Kanban board. So suppose if you want to work with Scrum board, we need to create Scrum board. Suppose if you want to work with Kanban board, we need to create a Kanban board. Just from the menu, to just go to the boards. From there, we can get Scrum board or Kanban boards. Okay, just click on create Scrum board or create a Kanban board. So we can, by clicking on Scrum board, we can get the Scrum board. Okay. The on the screen we can see the board. Okay, here I just created microservices team board. This is Scrum board. By using this board, I'm going to create epic stories, issues, tasks. I'm going to start the sprint, setting the target sprint target dates like start date and end date. On the screen we can see here I'm going to create any issue like that is in the form of story, task, bug, epic like that. Okay. Earlier I just created microservices team project, right? Under that project I am just going to create story. The issue type is the list field. Okay, if you click on that list, we can able to select any type of issue like story, task, bug, or epic. Okay, the hierarchy like epic first epic, next story, next task, next bug like that. Okay, just whichever we want to create, just select that particular issue type. Okay, you select and provide that respective summary, description, whatever you want. Just click on create. Okay, so we can able to create any issue. Here so we can see like different backlogs like task, code development, story one like that. Okay, so I have created epic one, I have created story, I have created tasks, I have created issues like that. All comes under backlogs only. From this backlog, we need to create sprint backlogs. Based on the sprint backlog, we can start the sprint. Here, on the screen, we can see the Jira tool. Uh, Here, left side, we can see the menu, the backlog, board, forms, add new, summary, project name, everything we can see here. Okay, uh, right. These are the backlogs. This is the issue for that particular sprint. Okay. Suppose if you want to create any issue, just click on create issue, just type the name of the issue, uh, type the just click on create issue, just type name of the issue like whatever the name you want to provide, just type here. Okay, just press enter, so we can able to create that issue. Okay, suppose if you want to edit anything, na, just click here. So right side you can see, right side we can see the details of the story. Okay, like suppose if you want to provide any date, due date, we can provide that respective date. Okay, um, suppose if you want to set the target date, we can set we can set the start date. Suppose if you want to set any end date, here we can set the end date. Okay, uh, here we have like to do, in progress, and done. Three types are there, status types. Okay, so first, like this one, not started, right? So that is we need to set it as a to do. Okay, once the development starts on the story, we need to set it as in progress. Once development completed, once the story completed in that particular sprint, we need to set it as done. Okay, then only sprint team able to close the sprint. Okay, once you set that done, then only sprint team can able to close that particular sprint. Okay, this is all about the backlogs and creating issues. Okay, uh, the once you create issue, the that and all comes under sprint backlog. Okay, then we need to start. We need to click on start sprint. Okay, just like this. Okay, just provide the name. Just provide sprint name. uh, we can select like a 2 week sprint. Okay, start date, end date, automatically that would set end date also. Okay, sprint goal, here we can select the sprint goal. Just click on start. Okay, so sprint has started. So here, here uh, to do, as I said, uh, under status we need to select the to do, or in progress, or done. Okay, three types of status are there. For each story we set the status as to do, right? So so all comes under to do only. This is the dashboard. This is the dashboard of the particular sprint. Okay, so once we start that story, for the particular sprint, just edit. If you click here, we can able to edit that respective story. Okay, we can change the status as in progress. Okay, here we can see, right side you can see which sprint that belongs to parent, which epic or story we need to select here. You can assign to the team also. If suppose if I click on assign to me, that would assign to me. Okay, okay. These are the fields, these are the field. This is JIT related things. We can create branch for that JIT. We can create commit for that respective code belongs to this story. Okay, uh, like this, we can edit that respective story. We can change the status also. Okay, here I just changed the status in progress, right? So that one moved from to do to in progress. Suppose if you want to mark it as done once this story completed for the particular sprint. Suppose if you want to mark it as done, just edit the story. Just change the status as done. Okay. Uh, so here we can see that story status as done. Okay, like that. Once we complete this story, na, just first change it as in progress. um, so that one moved from to do to in progress. Okay, again, suppose if you want to change the status as done, just click on done. That one move to done status. Okay, so all moves under done. Okay, so for this particular sprint, there is no to do or in progress stories. All stories, we set it as done. Okay, so we have started sprint, right? We have started sprint. Uh, at the same time, uh, we have created issues. We have set the status as done, right? Uh, Again, like I just uh, pick the issue from the backlog and set that sprint as on this sprint. Okay? That means online sprint. Okay, so that one moved from backlog to sprint backlog. So that one I set it as in progress. Suppose if you want to change the status, there I can change the status as done. Okay. So we have completed all issues for this particular sprint. Okay. Suppose if you want to complete the sprint, just click on complete sprint. Okay. So we mark the backlog status as done, right? So this tool would allow to complete the sprint. I'm just going to click on complete sprint. So this sprint has completed. Okay, so there is no sprints available available to finish, right? So we have empty sprint. Okay, uh, like we have backlogs, right? We have backlogs. Okay, suppose if you want to create any sprint based on this backlog, just here we have one more button, create sprint. Okay, just click on create sprint. Okay, so here we can change the name also. So sequence ladder, like earlier we have online sprint 2, right? Now it set it as online sprint 3. So suppose if you want to change, we can change. Okay, so duration we can set here 2 weeks, 1 week. In general, there is 1 week at 2 week sprint zone. So we set it as 2 week sprint. Automatically that would set the start date, start date we can set here, start date we can set here. So based on the start date, that would set the end date also, because we have we selected 2 week sprint, right? So based on that end date, tool would set that end date. Okay, we can see, we can provide the sprint goal also. Okay, like based on the work what we are going to do, that we can provide here. Okay, just click on update. This sprint we have updated with enough information. Okay, so so we have created sprint, right? Suppose if you want to move the these stories from here to that respective sprint, just click here. We can able to edit the fields. Okay, see, these are the fields, like assign. Suppose here you can select the team, any teammate, or else you can assign to you also. Okay, this is the parent epic. Okay, parent. So here team we can select the team, which team you are going to assign. Okay, so the here we can see the available teams. Earlier I just created Java team. Okay, here we can select that respective sprint. See, we have sprint 3, right? So I'm just selecting that sprint 3. Okay, uh, like that. We can provide comments also. Just close this one. So we just moved that issue from here to here. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh the tool. So once we refresh the tool, see, I just moved from here to here, right? That one moved from here to here. Okay, so we have moved the backlogs from product backlog to sprint backlog, sprint 3 backlog. Okay, so here we can go and change the status, and straight away we can say just mark it as in progress. Suppose if any developer finish this story development, just mark it as done. Okay, so the see here, so we moved the backlash from prod backlog to sprint backlog, right? There we need to start the sprint. Here just click on start sprint. Okay, we can provide just click on start button here. Below we can see the start button. Just click on start button. So since once you click on start button, sprint has started. So right, these things like we have only one story, that means one backlog for this particular sprint. So that status we set it as to do. Suppose if you want to change the status, just click here, uh, edit the fields. Okay, we can change the status from to do to in progress. Once you change the status from to do to in progress, that one move to in progress. Okay. Um, Again, suppose if you want to change the status as done, we can click on done. Okay, that one move to done. Okay, so only one story we picked from prod backlog, right? Only one story. We set the backlog for this particular sprint, right? So we have completed that story. So we need to close the sprint. We need to complete the sprint. Just click on complete sprint. Just click on complete sprint. We have completed that respective sprint. Okay, like that, we'll create board, we'll create project, we'll create backlogs. We move product backlog to sprint backlog. We create sprint. We change the statuses and we complete the sprint. Like this, we can work on Jira tool. Uh, the Here you can see like sprint health, like how it has done the progress of the sprint. So right, what are the stories, what are the issues you have created for the particular sprint. All the stories, the status set it as done, right? So it's a good health. Okay, suppose if you click on sprint health, that would show the sprint burn down chart, 100% done. So it's in good shape. Okay, like that we can work on Jira tool. Okay, thanks for watching this presentation. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.